Give me 4 seconds to win you over. Can it really be that easy? Actually, it sounds like a hard piece of work to gain the sympathy and goodwill of strangers. Of course, first impressions always carry weight, but is there really a way to catapult yourself into the hearts of your fellow human beings in just 4 seconds? And does this impression last? According to current research, there are actually a few buttons that can be pushed in interpersonal interactions to generate sympathy right away. Think of this effect as an extension or a particularly good aftertaste of the first impression, because whether these fast plus points can remain to your credit ultimately lies 100% with you and your longer-term impressions on other people. So, you can gain a kind of sympathy advantage, but then you have to hold and defend it. The legendary saying, "There is no second chance for a first impression," has lost none of its validity. But one step at a time. In today's video, we'll show you how to make the most of the first 4 seconds of meeting someone to score the best possible first impression. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology and Mind, activate the little bell, and be excited about the videos we upload for you every day. Number 1. Be open and ready. If you stonewall, you logically can't earn a single point on the likability parkour. An open and friendly basic attitude is logically the first step in winning people over. An important prerequisite for successful meeting people is furthermore your outer impression. This starts with wearing clothes that are appropriate for the occasion. An appropriate look shows respect for one's fellow human beings. If in doubt, it is better to appear overdressed than underdressed at an appointment. In the worst case, people can at least recognize that you have made the greatest effort with your outward appearance. However, your posture is at least as important as your appearance. An upright, confident gait and open body language are absolutely crucial for a likable first impression. If you tend to have a hard time meeting friends, that's not necessarily a big disadvantage. In most cases, restraint goes down better than exuberance. Nonetheless, if you regularly find yourself meeting new people and wanting to make a friendly first impression, your own imagination can help you prepare. Just play out the scenes that might await you in your mind. Think about who will be there and what kinds of questions or issues you are likely to face. Number 2, make eye contact. Some people don't even realize it and don't hide any malicious intent behind it, but they look everywhere but into the eyes of the person they're talking to. On one hand, this seems rude, of course, and what's more, the person you're talking to and not looking at might get the impression that you're disinterested, distracted, or driven by dishonest intentions. One of the clearest signs of lying is not being able to maintain eye contact. The better you are able to maintain eye contact throughout the conversation and contribute a nod of the head that underlines your interest, the higher you will climb on the niceness scale. Number 3, joy to the gods. Joy is not the essence of success for nothing. So if you're not having to answer to the papal inquisition or face dismissal in the boss's office, rejoice at the opportunity of first conversations. Shine, exude your charm, and smile whenever possible. If you have to try too hard to be in a good mood, but the appointment is important for you or your future, think of something nice that always works to cheer you up. A friendly, cheerful person is always automatically better received than someone who is reserved, in a bad mood, or who comes across as scowling. If you have to attend a delicate meeting exclusively for professional reasons, here comes the good news for you. Small talk can be learned. You can also work on your appearance and your external image without having to leave the house. The internet is full of tutorials on this topic. Number 4, a word of greeting. Hello is quite enough. It's neutral and now acceptable for all ages. You can't go wrong with it. Depending on the situation and environment, a handshake or maintaining an appropriate distance may be appropriate. The rule here is better too formal than too casual. If someone is present who can introduce you, all the better. If not, say briefly and crisply who you are and what you are doing here. A basis for conversation will then usually emerge from the context alone. If you are unsure, use the golden rule of small talk. Ask the questions. Then someone else has to look for suitable answers and shoulder the bulk of the dialogue. However, personal matters, politics, money, and health are taboo. Otherwise, the only cardinal mistake might be to stand there mute as a telephone pole and say nothing. That's no way to win any fans. Number 5. Signal closeness. A slight bending forward of the upper body is quite sufficient to give strangers the feeling of being welcome in our inner circle. This small gesture is all you need for now. An effusive hug is appreciated by very few people. On the contrary, those who want too much at once are more likely to come away empty-handed when it comes to initiating contact than those people who exercise caution and a sense of proportion. Make sure you remain at an arm's length distance. It's better not to get too close to people you've just met. If you are an advanced socialite, use the mirror method. If the other person crosses his or her arms, do the same. If he or she sips from a glass or brushes imaginary lint off his or her clothes, feel free to mimic them. Mirroring creates a feeling of familiarity in our conversation partners. Nothing then stands in the way of a successful first impression. Today's conclusion: affection is an endurance sport, but creating sympathy in 4 seconds is not an insurmountable problem. With a little practice, sprinting into the hearts of new acquaintances will soon no longer be a major challenge for you. The challenge begins when you have to maintain and defend your lead over the long term. This is where you switch disciplines. From the sprint, you move on to the marathon distance. But in principle, the winner here is also the one who remains authentic and true to himself. Of course, in life, it won't always work out that we only meet people with whom we immediately have a good connection. A little bit of friendly nosing around in your favor, even if you don't feel like it at the moment, can't always be avoided. Stay polite and respectful, at least as long as they are respectful to you. Respect must be earned, but that always applies to both sides of the coin. That's it for today.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.